What's up, spectators? Welcome back to the episode of Last Window. We are here with Charles because he has an interesting film, apparently, about the fourth floor of this hotel. And in exchange, we're telling him why we're investigating the fourth floor as well. And apparently he didn't know we were a detective, so we're bonding on that. I'm pretty sure this is where I left it. Sorry about that. Well, here it is, my 8mm film, just like I promised. I received the 8mm film. Can you make out what's on it? Let's have a look. It looks like somebody's been caught on camera. But who was it? That's the question. By the looks of it, that watch they're wearing, it seems to be a man. But I wonder who it could be. It's a shame this film doesn't show us their identity. Who'd be up there on the fourth floor so late at night anyway? I'd really like to know who they are and what they're doing. You and me both, kid. Judging from their build and the kind of clothes they got on, I'm sure it's a guy. What with that fire door up there serving as fairly good security, I'd have thought most people wouldn't be able to get in. You think the person on this film is someone already living in this building? It's certainly a possibility. You could be right. I've got it. I know a way we can learn the true identity of the person on this film. There's a way we can find out right away. And how are you going to do that? Magic? No, photographs. To help me get the characters right in my story, I took photos of the interior here. When I did that, I occasionally caught some of the tenants in the shots. Time you showed me those photos, I think. I have some developed ones right here. There's one still on the camera, though. Not developed, huh? That's not gonna help us much. What if that's the crucial one? Fear not, we can develop it here. You can do that? Sure I can. I've got everything we need right here, and we could use the bathroom to do it in. There's one small problem, though. My red lamp is broken. Mr. Hyde, do you have anything we could use instead? Something like your red lamp, huh? That's not gonna be easy, but no harm in having a look around. Okay. I'm guessing this would work. It's the bottle of the wine I got from Rachel. The wrapping around this wine's bottle's translucent and a deep red color. Huh. Now this might work. Good thing I'm too lazy to put things in the trash. I take the red wrapping. Show me what you found, Mr. Hyde. Sure. I figured you could throw this over the lamp. Well, what do you think? It might work. If we do as you say, it should give us just the right kind of light we need. Let's give it a try. Please place it over the lamp. Sounds simple enough. Over which lamp? I cover the lamp with the red wrapping. That looks like it'll do the trick. Time to let Charles see my handiwork. Okay, it looks like we're all set to get started. Now we got the right kind of light, we can begin to develop the photos. Charles, let me do it. Sure, if you like, but have you ever done this before? Not even once. Then maybe you should let somebody who knows what they're doing take care of it. But then again, if you really want to try, oh, alright then. I suppose I could talk you through it. You'll find the freshly printed film on the workbench next to the toilet. Place it into the liquid-filled tray and move it around until the image appears. When you're happy with the image is clear enough, remove it from the tray. It's very important you give the paper adequate time in the liquid. Not too much, though. The timing for taking the photo out is crucial. Come on, kid, it's not rocket science, is it? Why is he doing it? It's so stupid. There's a workbench with stuff. This must be the freshly printed film. Okay. I guess I did it. Looks like I'm a natural. Nice to see you again, Frank Raver. I take the photo of Frank. Now I just need to compare this photo to the film. Did you get a clean image, Mr. Hyde? Piece of cake. Maybe I should change my career. Ah, very good, Mr. Hyde. Yes, I'm sure the long-term potential of photo developing is gonna be great. While you were doing that one, I got some other photos ready. Maybe you'd like to compare them. I take the photo of Tony. I take the photo of Will. Okay. Mr. Hyde, where are you going? I thought I was seeing Frank Raver. What's going on now? Forget developing. Time to compare the photos we have with the film. Okay. I'm really struggling here. Come on. Time to compare the photo. Uh-huh. What's going on here? Oh, I see. Not the same. No way that's Frank. Obviously, it's going to be Will, so let's compare it with Will. Come on, let's go. I love that it's just not working. There we go. Bingo. There's a camera there with him. Maybe he caught something on film. That settles it. The person on the film was none other than Will White. Now to figure out what the hell he was doing up there on the 4th floor. Mr. Hyde, how did it go? I know who the person in the film was. Turns out our mystery star was Will White. Really? Interesting. What do you think he was doing up there, though? I'm afraid I haven't cracked that part yet. Well, I'd go and ask him, but I doubt he'd tell you even if you asked nicely. I'll get to the bottom of this, don't you worry. Okay, I'll leave it to you. Guess I won't be needing this film anymore. Might as well return it. Thanks for showing me this, Charles. I gotta go. Okay. So it was Will. I think he and I need to have a frank Q&A session. Nobody's home, huh? The door to 305 opens. Looks like Mr. White hasn't been home since yesterday. Charles, did you think it would be that simple? What do you want about? Sure, I know you told me that you were looking into him and his activities. But does that mean you're just gonna meet up and ask him a couple of questions? For somebody who used to be a detective, I was hoping for a more exciting approach. Like law breaking? Because that's what the police do? What? I can't say I'm not disappointed. If you got something to say, just say it. Okay, Mr. Hyde, I will. I believe I know far more about Mr. White and what he gets up to than you do. Why, you say? Well, that's because I've had my eye on him for a while now. You mean you've been watching him? Yes, keeping tabs on his movements. He's rarely home, but there's somebody who visits room 306 on a regular basis. And when he does come home, he goes out again very late at night. I'm almost certain that he's not a real salesman. You need to do a lot more than ask questions if you want to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, and what did you have in mind? Torture? Very funny. I meant you should definitely take a look around in room 306 when he's out. Now might be a good chance to do so. Fancy yourself as a bit of a detective yourself, do you? Not quite, but 2 sets of eyes have got to be better than 1, right? I suppose you got a way to get into a locked room too, have you? That's easy. We could use some wire to pick the lock. Way to go, Charles. Outstanding. Maybe a brief stint in jail will help you add authenticity to your story too. We won't get caught, trust me. Charles? Stop. Hello, Charles. What the hell was Dylan doing in there? What on earth were you doing in there? I was just... Well, I was just passing by and heard a noise. I knew Mr. White was out, so I was worried. I figured I'd see if I could find out who made the noise by peering through the keyhole. That's what happened, isn't it, Mr. Hyde? Yeah, just like the kid said. When I was just about to take a look, you burst out. You took me completely by surprise. What were you doing in Will White's room, Dylon? Nothing much, I was just... taking care of something Mr. White asked me to do. And what was that? He asked me to turn the water off while he was out. Turn it off? Why'd he ask you to do that? To prepare to move out, of course. I've got a spare key, so I let myself in. Don't people normally turn the water off last before moving out? Dylon? It's like I just told you. I'm only doing what he asked me to do. Anyway, I have to go now. Dylon looks flustered as he moves away and disappears. That was quite a shock. Some quick thinking on your part, though. I'm not proud of it. I've never liked telling lies. That felt horrible. Glad to hear it. Beats being a pathological liar any day of the week. I'm sure it does. Speaking of Dylon, wasn't he acting a bit strange? He seemed to be unusually panicked. Yeah, not his usual suave self at all. Would not call him suave, but okay. What is it, Mr. Hyde? The door. It's open. Looks like Dylon fled before locking this thing back up. Guess you won't be breaking into anywhere today, kid. Then now's our chance, Mr. Hyde. Let's go inside. Hold it! We can't both go in. One of us needs to stand guard. If we're both poking around in there and somebody finds us, it's gonna hit the fan. Well, I don't know anything about a fan, but you're right. Why don't you go inside and I'll stand guard in the hallway? That'd work. I got a good way of alerting you too. If somebody comes by, I'll knock on the door to let you know. If you hear me knocking, try not to make any noise inside the room. When they've gone, I'll knock again and you can continue looking around. You think that'll work? Suppose it'll have to. So, this is Will's room, is it? This place is less taste than dry bread. Can't imagine anybody could actually live here. That's because it's boxed up to move out. Okay. You're supposed to be a former detective? No wonder you're an ex-detective. Damn, this is a bad time for the phone to ring. A threatening voice sounds out from the phone. Guess you're not there, so I'll just relay this message. The goods have been obtained in the same way as usual, and the money is in the usual place. What the hell was that about? There's a black case on the table. The case is locked and there's no getting in. I can't see a keyhole on this thing. Instead, there seems to be a kind of round indentation. How the hell do you get this thing open? Next to the sofa is a small brown overnight bag. There's a trench coat lying on the arm of the sofa. The whole thing's wrinkled and damaged. A plain old leather sofa. A pair of black leather gloves. In my professional opinion as a former detective, I'd say these look sleek but sturdy. The front page of an old newspaper is lying on the table. Wait a minute. It looks like the page is a section missing. The date reads December 1955. I could be mistaken, but the piece that's been cut from this paper, it looks like it could be the article about my dad that I got in the second order sheet. I take the newspaper front page with a section missing. I hear the sound of somebody knocking on the door. It's the signal. Woo! Spoopy! I hear the sound of somebody knocking on the door. Okay, all clear to keep... All clear to clap parking. As they say. I wonder what's in this side. The door's slightly open. I'll bet there's something interesting in here, like a person. Best not to get my hopes up. A flashy white jacket. Doesn't look like he's worn it all that much. A smart gray jacket. Not really my style, but I'll take a look in the pockets anyway. What's this? There's something inside. Looks like some sort of magnetic key. I take the magnetic key. Maybe if I use this. A snazzy blue jacket. Here goes. I use the magnetic key to open the case. Bingo. There's a notebook inside the case. It has a black leather cover that's old and worn. There's something written in it. You'll find information on the item on the right of the third floor. What? You'll find information on the item on the right of the third floor display case. The guards change at 10 p.m. and the alarm bell on the door is an old type. What the hell is this about? We'll communicate using the usual means. Check the mirror. What's he gonna see there? His reflection? Inside the case is a single lens reflex camera. It's a camera. Strange. It's much lighter than I thought it'd be. Now I see. This thing's just the toy. When I shake it, I can hear something rattling around inside. There's a letter set inside the case. This isn't the first time I've seen this. I take the letter set. Does this mean he's the sender, though? Can I not do anything with this camera? Do I have any tools? Nope. Let's take a look in the closet. There's a safety deposit box at the bottom of the closet. Now this is quite a find. Wonder what I'm gonna find inside this thing. Well, I don't know the password, so I'm not gonna do anything. It's no good. This thing's not gonna open. If only I knew the combination. There's a small mirror on the wall. It's pretty clean, actually. I'm surprised. There's a spare roll of toilet paper on the top of the tank. That's weird. I can't see any shampoo or any of life's other essentials. I'm not sure I could live like this. It'd be kind of creepy. Okay. Running out of options here. The duvet cover is a nice calming shade of dull gray. I can't judge Will for not making his bed properly. An answer phone. Maybe if I listen to the other messages, I'll find something out. A threatening voice sounds out. The plan's moving ahead as expected. I'll contact you again with details on the item. All the preparations here have been made. The item can change hands in the usual manner. My acute detective skills are telling me something. Will White is definitely not a regular salesman. Well, you better delete that message. One of the many boxes stacked up in this corner. This one looks like it's been opened and then sealed again. Well, looks like this is not going to be very helpful. Okay, so maybe it's this mirror I forgot to look into. Why are the sink and its surroundings so clean? Yet the surface of the mirror is dirty. Time for me to give that mirror a closer look. The mirror's covered in dirt. Can't see a thing in it. Okay. There. $806-685. $806-685. $806-685. $806-685. Shut up! $806-685. Whoo! Okay. All right. Well, it's been a little over 30 minutes, or close to 30 minutes, so I'm gonna end this video here. So next time we'll figure out what else is going on in this room and what is up with Will White. So stay tuned, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye!